even though summer is not over, it's time to get rid of the summer doll display. It's also time to get ready for school again. Not for me, because I'm out. But I thought it'd be fun to do a back to school doll display this month. So that's what we're doing. I'm very excited. Hi, I'm Ryn, and welcome to Ryn.the.Dragon Rock Things, especially dolls. My social media is linked down below, and let's get started. Last night, I was like, let's make my life a little bit easier. For the next 2 doll displays, I'm going to gather the dolls for them and put them in storage things so that I can easily access them when the time comes. I got the August one here, and the September one is in a bag in my closet. Most of them anyway. And at the end of the video, I will talk more about the September doll display. But we got back to school going on, and we'll discuss these after I empty this. Now that that is emptied out, it's time to go through the tub of dolls. I have a bunch of different things that is, school related. We're gonna start out with the Funko Pop. I mean, he's not really school related, but owls are wisdom, symbolize wisdom. And so we have Sleeping Beauty, Owl as Prince as our Funko Pop. My sister was like, why don't you do Wednesday since she actually goes to school? And I was like, because I want to save her for spooky season. It's between her and someone else. But they are not here. Anyway, so I was like, I don't want to use her for this one. So we obviously have to have a headmistress. So we have Mistress Bloodgood as our teacher. And I'm thinking about displaying her without her head on. I mean, like, it's going to be in her hands. I think I want to do that. I'm not sure if she's strong enough to do it. I mean, it would be really cool. But we will see. I think all dolls should have the same head system as her because she still has full range of motion, but her head easily pops off. And I think that's great. Next, with school, there's sports. And I was in this sport. And that's tennis. I'm pretty sure I have a whole video on how I did her because she's a mermaid head and she's in she has a made to move body now. So be on the lookout for that. But I played tennis in school. And so we got tennis girl. So she still has her little mermaid headpiece on. Then we of course have to have our resident mean girl in this school, and it's gonna be Toralei. When I first was thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, who's in this? Because I have this container of dolls. And I'm like, who is in this? I'm like, I saw the Tweevils, and I was like, oh my gosh, Mean Girl. So, Mean Girls, but I'm like, I don't have room for both of them, and I don't want to display one without the other. I was like, we're gonna go with Toralei as the Mean Girl. I also was like, I'm not sure if I actually want to use this doll for this display or for my spooky doll display. We have another resident Mean Girl, and that is Monica. I'm thinking about saving her, but I did think of her as Mean Girl too. And we obviously have to have our resident bad boy. I went with Porter because in his movie he had a lot of detention, and that's bad. I mean, sure, it was not for the best of reasons always, but he did have a lot of detention, and I'm going with it. Plus, he also likes to spray paint and graffiti things, so I feel like it fits. Bad boys do that, I guess. And then we have my one miniature American Girl doll. And I picked her because she's an historical doll. So, obviously, history. So, we got her. This is Elizabeth. And so, yeah, she's going to be in the doll display. This one's a new one. Like, I just got her, like, last week. But we have to have an exchange student. So we have Marisol. Very excited I got her. She is tall. Like, if you don't have her, she is the tallest American Girl doll. Not American Girl. Why am I thinking American Girl? Tallest Monster High doll I have. She's taller than Mistress Bloodgood. She's tall. It's not by much, but she is still taller than Mistress Bloodgood. And I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, she is Abby's cousin. I'm not sure 100%, but I think that's her cousin. So, got Marisol. I'm not sure if I'm going to do both of them, but I'm kind of leaning towards it. I also have another doll display idea because of these two. And that's the Gossip Girls. They have their own, like, columns. I think she has, like, a whole news channel. She has a whole, like, gossip page. I feel like they'd be best friends. And another idea that I want to do eventually is doll parallels. So, like, obviously, these two. Obviously, another one who I would add in the parallels is Yasmin. Because she also had, like, a gossip column about her friends. She just did hers sneaky and was, like, anonymous, while as these two say it with their full chest. So we've got these two for our resident Gossip Girls. And usually you have to have two to gossip, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to use both of them in the display, and even have them probably displayed together, like them, like, close together gossiping. And then we have three more. This one has, like, the most boys, except for, like, February. We have two options for class clown. I don't know if I'm going to have both of them be the class clown or just one, because usually there's, like, one class clown. I don't think he thinks himself as a class clown. I think he thinks of himself as a bad boy or a ladies' man, which is clown behavior, honestly, because he has no riz, in my opinion. He just thinks he does. And so him. And then him. He's like kind of a class clown on accident. I don't think he actually means to be. I think he thinks he's, like, very suave and cool. But then he, like, sets his book on fire, or, like, he's very clumsy and everybody laughs at him. So I feel like these two would be, like, the class clowns. I'm not sure if I want one or both of them in the display. We will see. I have Kumi here, and she kind of gives me the nice quiet girl vibes. Like, she's, like, the one who sits in the back that doesn't say anything. Every classroom has at least one quiet girl, so that's gonna be Kumi. She has the very, like, soft, like, I'm just trying to go to school and get my work done and go home vibe, and so that's what she is. I'm not sure if everybody's gonna fit, so we're gonna go based off of everybody, if who fits, who doesn't fit, and based off of that. And then we have, like, I did not forget theater kids. Okay, did not forget theater kids. We have Hobie. Now, when I think my birthday doll video, I called him Cade. I have since learned that he's not Cade. He's Kobe. And I watched the first Bratz movie, and he's in it, and he's like the film guy. Film is very close to theater, so he's our theater kid. He's just usually behind the camera. So, or I think he actually wanted to take up acting in the movie. He's like, why am I filming this? I want to be an actor or something. So we have Kobe as our theater kid. So we have all of this stuff together. And now it's time to display them. I have my doll stands. 2 of them have their own doll stands, so we're gonna figure that out now. Here is the setup. I wanted it to have more of a staged thing with having like Spectra and Goldie gossiping together, Kumi and Kobe going over like a scene, like her helping him like rehearse, and then we have like Mistress Bloodgood like at her desk, and sure, it doesn't make sense mathematically with everything going on, but I wanted her to hold her head instead of having it on her on. And then we have him being a clown. I don't know. Him sitting down only because I really wanted Porter looking like he's spray painting. So he's not facing us. I have him facing the wall because I wanted him to look like he was spray painting this picture back here. And then we have her being a mean girl by herself with like a claws. And then down here I moved the animals to make room for our sports girl, and it kind of looks like she is mid tennis swing. So yeah, kept Aurora in the display because otherwise it's too blank and I didn't want to put all the animals. And then the little tiny figures. We have a pet, classroom pet. We have 2 of them. We have Hisette, and we also have Cricket. And then we have just 2 tiny figures here. We have Violet, and we have Dash, because they both go to school. And then over here we have we have Thing, because he went to school with Wednesday in the TV show. Now that the August display is done, it's time to discuss the September doll display. The votes are in, and we have chosen the birthstone of September, which is Sapphire, otherwise known as Blue. And last night, while I was doing the doll display for this month, I was also like, let's figure out next month. Get all the dolls that have blue hair or wearing a lot of blue. If you have like a splash of blue, I didn't count it. Or blue skin. And I've got all of that. I also have some that I'm not sure on. And so what I'm actually end up doing this month is just putting some dolls in the on my community tab for you to vote on to be in the doll display. I'm going to show you some examples. We have Avia Trotter. She has blue hair, wearing blue. She is one of the options. And we have some that I'm not too sure on. like, are we counting like tealy blue, or is it, do we want it to be more of a true blue? Because if it's more of a true blue, that takes her out of the running. But if we're open to other forms of blue, we have that. And I'm going to let you guys vote on that as well. And this bag is not all of the blue dolls I have. There's a lot in here. It's not full, but if I put all the blue dolls I have, it would be full. I had more than I thought. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5, 6, 7 more that would fit in the blue doll category that aren't in this bag. Yeah. And so we're going to be voting this month on who is going to make the cut. I'm going to see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to try to narrow all of these down to maybe 12, because I might be able to put 2 in here and move her for the month. We're going to try to get 12, narrow it down to 12. So I'm going to be starting that as soon as possible, voting for the dolls in the display. I think I'm going to have like 4 options each, and whatever the ones get the most, we're going to put them in the display. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun. I always love these videos, and I think the whole getting them into like a kind of a scene is a favorite now. So that's going to be a thing I'm going to try to do more often, is have them interacting more. Favorite is these two together, just like gossiping together, and like she's not actually facing us, she's facing her, and like I love it. And then him spray painting. It's a fun time. Him is just kind of hanging out there. He doesn't have like bendable arms, so like posing him is not easy. So he's just sitting there chilling. But these 2, 3 set together are just top tier for me. But that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, bye. And don't forget to vote. Okay, bye.